labeled Kyrax. They're getting thrown out anyway. Might as well examine a few. Batteries and memory circuits in that supply chest. Next, retrieve the core engine from that training bot. Return to the soldier, hand over the parts, and ask about Kyrax.
You've brought the parts. Much appreciated. Kyrax. That's the name of the mechanization laboratory. Ah, since it's a corporate facility, I guess mercenaries like you might not be familiar with it. I may not look like it, but I too have been mechanized at Kyrax Laboratory. Not that I actually set foot in the research facility, of course. My initial procedure was done in the metropolis of Akveran. The researchers sent from Kyrax handle adjustments for recruits like us. Many of the machines in this facility were supplied by the Kyrax lab. All the training robots around here are provided by Kyrax. Feel free to go all out. These are just training units after all. If you take some out, my tests will be easier.
Kyrax lab, huh? Try to defeat a few more training robots. I'll investigate.
Honestly, you seem way stronger than our training instructors. New test models come out every month, so we're constantly in training. They're durable, but they don't seem to get upgraded as much as they used to. You seem quite interested in Kyrax tech. Why not meet one of their assigned researchers? Some researchers reside at a nearby research base to run tests on the equipment. They're conducting equipment tests at the training ground today, so you'll meet them soon.
defective. And this one too. A 2 failure rate? I'm screwed. What the? Who are you? I didn't even notice you approach. Yeah, I work for Kyrax. Not for much longer, though. So, you must be the mercenary hired as a training assistant. Since you're a training assistant, could you help me too? I need to test the equipment failure rate, but I've been getting defect after defect. Collecting more samples should lower the defect rate, I think. Could you fight the combat models deployed nearby and retrieve their data chips? Once you've uploaded the data to the device, just gather new combat records.
Perfect timing. If you get the data chip, I'll analyze it too. Combat data. Can you check another? Device the researcher mentioned. Go ahead and upload the collected data. Good. Now fight the robots again to gather fresh combat records.
You're quick. You're on a whole different level from the recruits. I still have another test to run, a reaction test on sniffer drones. I need to transmit all the collected data to the research lab. There's data from other researchers as well, so we need to compile everything. The assistant over there is compiling everything. Give him this data.
I'm drowning in work here. Who are you? Oh, is this more work? Bring it here, like I don't have enough to compile already. Can I ask for a little help? Could you go and collect the data chips from the drones? Just grab the plans from over there. Once you've gathered all the data, take it to researcher Perito at Machina Research Base.
The sniffer model seems to be lighter in exchange for lower durability. It's just a test model, so wrap it up cleanly. Grab the plans before you leave. I'll scan the plans. Now, shall we head to Machina Research Base? The deployed researcher Perito, was it? We need to hand the data over to him. So, this is Machina Research Base. I didn't think it'd be this big. Looks like we'll track down leads on Kyrax sooner than expected. We might need to ask around a bit to find Perito. Let's be careful not to look like we're interrogating people.
Mercenaries. Got IDs. Training assistant. When was that authorized? All right, fine. What do you need? I don't need any training. Oh,
You mean that Kyrax nerd who brought the training equipment? He was around here somewhere. Maybe he went to the restroom or something. Not sure. Ask one of the other researchers.
Look for people in lab coats. This person doesn't seem close to Perito. Try asking another researcher. Even the researchers don't seem to know where Perito went. Where is he? Let's look around a bit more. That guy said he was here a moment ago, so he couldn't have gone far. We should check inside the outpost again. Maybe we should try shouting his name if we can't find him. Is that him? Let's go talk to him.
Mercenaries? Are you here to take me in? I am quitting! Leave me alone. I'm not with Kyrax Laboratory anymore. You want information on Kyrax Laboratory? Who are you? Wait, I don't want to know who you are. I don't want to know anything more. I was part of it too. But now, I just want to escape. If only I could defect to Bellato. I won't talk, at least not until I make it out of Acretia. I'm saying this for your own good. You're better off not knowing this information. Even now, I could be under surveillance without even knowing it. You'll help me defect? Really? In that case, everything I know is stored in this keycard chip. If you can get me out of Acretia, I'll give this to you.
Defection. We'll need a broker. I'll contact Zyslon.
Trust Cartella to safeguard what matters most. Trust Cartella to safeguard what matters most.
I got word that you successfully made it through Mazar training ground. What do you need? You want to smuggle someone out? Since you cleared the way, sneaking out one person should be easy. We've got someone working with us at your current location. Go find a soldier named Lees. I'll brief him on the situation. It would be smart to erase the memory logs to avoid loose ends. Since it's not critical data, it should be simple enough to hack the internal system.
Access the system. I'll hack in and erase Perito's records. Time to meet up with Lees, the inside man.
A mercenary in a biosuit? What's your business here? Keep your voice down. I've already heard from Zyslon. Deliver this to him. It's a forged ID that will let him pass through the training ground. Crossing the border is no easy task. The tools in this bag will come in handy.
So, how did it go? You seem to move around a lot. A fake ID? How did you manage this so fast? Just who are you? Never mind. I won't ask. Running into you must be a blessing from above. Here, take my research lab keycard. It contains details about my research and the facility itself. But be careful. Kyrax is no longer the same mechanization facility it used to be.
A Kyrax keycard. That's an unexpected bonus. I'll let Big Base know we got a Kyrax lab keycard. The data on the keycard just contains training equipment logs, nothing special. It's mostly information on Kyrax's chain of command and the projects within Perito's clearance level. Looks like the entry permissions are still valid. This could come in handy. The card is tied to the owner's biometric data, so we can't use it directly. But there are still ways to make use of it, like using its authentication for remote access. The problem is, we don't have a communication device that can connect to Kyrax. Big Base got back to us right away. Connecting now.
I've received the intel on Kyrax. Guess we didn't have to go through all this trouble. Alright, let's regroup at Vulcan Valley. I'll get in touch with Shira. I understand the rescued civilians have safely reached Bellato. While you were busy saving them, I did some digging on Kyrax and Duke Oz. Head to the coordinates I'm sending. We've got preparations to make. Watch out, there are dangerous beasts on the route.
As expected, we've got beasts blocking the path. Let's put them down and move on.
You've reached Vulcan Valley, right? I've just joined up with Big Bass. You're lucky you found a working keycard. Everything I got was useless. If you log in using the keycard and bypass security, you can access the accretion network anonymously. Ah, well, I guess Big Bass is the expert here, so he can take care of it.
But if you want to access Accretia's network truly anonymously, you'll need to set some things up first. We'll go over the details when we meet. I'll send you the coordinates. Our goals will be between your current location and here, so eliminate them as needed. Wow, you made it here quick. I've been investigating, but I still can't figure out what they're after. Why go through the trouble of taking them to Kyrax's laboratory?
I can tell you why. You're aware that Kyrax's laboratory is a mechanization research facility, right? Duke Oz is their biggest shareholder. He controls practically all of Accretia's mechanization industry. On the surface, it looks clean. Almost too clean. But beneath the surface, it's all connected to the kidnapped people. We have to uncover the truth.
We need to gather more intel on Kyrax's laboratory. You got a keycard from a Kyrax researcher, right? There's an abandoned Accretion communications base up on this hill. Repairing the comms system should allow us to tap into the Kyrax lab's network. That researcher's keycard should unlock more classified data. Since the facility's been abandoned for so long, we'll need to deal with the encroaching wildlife before heading in.
Beasts are blocking the path to the comms base. Take them out first. check out the communication space. It's probably seen better days. According to the intel from Big Base, the comm space is located at the top of the hill.
What's the condition of the comm space? Think it's still usable? Missing? The local gang probably stripped the equipment of anything valuable. Shake down the local gang members and see if they still have the parts.
We're still short on parts. We need more. The core components are still there, but these parts are different from the ones we found earlier. They probably didn't steal the parts just to make our lives harder, but someone needs to remind them not to take what doesn't belong to them. Device should be working now. Use the Kyrax researcher's keycard to access it.
How's the situation at the comm station? Any progress? Good. I'm gathering intel on my end too, but things just got complicated. If you're finished, come down here. We have things to discuss. Some beasts are trying to make their way down from the hill, and you may need to take them out if you cross paths.
Didn't long for their numbers to grow again. Leave them unchecked, and they'll storm the base below the hill. More beasts now. Get rid of them quickly.
Already here? I'll share what I found. Seems like some members of Hellas were also kidnapped and taken to Akresha. While tracking them down, they must have learned about Kyrak's laboratory. They're not here to rescue the kidnapped people. They're planning to destroy everything and loot it all.
I didn't expect even Hellas to get involved. This will make reaching the lab much harder. If they lay waste to it, we have no hope of finding the missing people. We barely managed to uncover anything about Kyrax, so where did they get their intel?
It seems like the local Ferengi gang is feeding intel to Hellas. Let's take down the Ferenkis around here and cut off their intel pipeline.
Eliminating them will delay Hellas' assault. Gotten their intel on the Kyrax laboratory through a different source than we did, don't you think?
Looks like the Ferengies are trying to build their own little kingdom here. They've been hoarding every machine part they can get their hands on. The problem is, some of those parts they took include Accretion robots. The robots were destroyed, but their auto-logging systems are still functioning. You take down the Ferengies. Shira and I will extract the data from the robots.
The Ferengies are trying to interfere. We need to kill them now. If we destroy these robots, Big Base and Shira can extract their auto-log data. Like a Lydian that's already been destroyed. That's odd. Let's see if there are more like... There's a wrecked Lydian over there as well. Look, another one. And it's not even that old.
Looks like these Lydians were all attacked the same way. These bullet marks, they're really distinct. These rounds match Redtail's gun caliber. Is she nearby? I think she's close. Let's look for her. No way she joined forces with Hela's, right?
I just heard Redtail's gun over there.
You look familiar. Who are you again? Huh, I'm messing with you. I know who you are. We fought side by side in Bellato. Right. Your name was... Francois? No, wait, Christian? That's it, right? Who cares about names? You can just go ahead and call me Cheeky Bastard, or whatever suits you. Anyway, what are you doing here? You get a job related to the Ferengies too? Wanna team up again? I'm looking for the goods the Ferengies stole. Help me recover the pieces of the encrypted code from the Ferengies and Lydians nearby. We can use it to backtrace their signals and locate their hideout.
Let's steal the communication codes from the local gang. I'll handle the data collection. Their communication network. Sending you the origin point now.
You already found the Ferengi hideout? I have some loose ends to tie up before I head out. Nothing serious, just some Hela scum lurking around. There aren't a lot of them, but they're being a pain. Looks like they're hoping to get something from the Ferengies too. If we don't act now, we'll end up with nothing but scraps. Get moving. I'll join you soon.
It's the Ferengies. This has to be their hideout.
Waiting for me? Come on, let's move in. Hellas is here too? They're already inside the hideout. We need to wipe them out now. That one looks like the boss.
Now, let's retrieve the data Hella's acquired.
Etchem, is that what you were looking for? I found the Lydian control device. They probably got it in exchange for handing over intel on this area to Hellas. I'm going to loot this hideout a bit more, then head to my client for my reward. So, what are you here for? You come out to Akresha for some mechanical implants like I've got? Ah, I doubt that's going to end well. You don't need my help for that, right? Catch you later! With this reward, I won't need to take on new jobs anytime soon.
The gang seems to be dealt with, but now beasts are blocking the path. We'll have to clear out the beasts before we can join Big Base.
I checked out the situation in Scattyvale. It's not looking good. It seems like part of the Hellas gang has already reached the area around Kyrax's lab.
I'm returning to Bellato for now. I think Hellas is wary of me. Let me know how things work out, but I might not be able to help you any further.
Oh well, so be it. Make sure to send my regards to those who return to Bellato. Maybe it's for the best. Only mercenaries are allowed into Scattyvale after all. They're throwing out contracts left and right to nearby mercenaries. Seems like a good number of them have assembled. Something big is definitely happening. No time to waste. Let's meet at Scattyvale. Accretion mercenaries are gathering at this base. I saw some familiar faces, so I asked around. The Hellas scouts have already set up camp on the other side of Scatty Vale. See that? That's the Kyrax Outer Research Zone. It's nestled in the northern mountains. I'll ask the mercs about the situation. You go speak with that broker. From the looks of it, they're desperate for every mercenary they can get. Since we're in Accretion, just drop my name if they ask who you are. I've got some pull around here, so they'll probably let you skip the usual procedures.
Huh. A new mercenary? Your name? Big Bess. Let's see. You've completed a contract for Duke Oz in the past. Oh? Exceptional job you did. But you don't quite match the description in this evaluation. It says here, has a rough mug but proven expertise. Hey, don't take it personally. It takes all kinds. I'm Nika, the mercenary broker here. I have an exclusive contract with the Accretion soldiers. We're on a schedule, let's get straight to the mission. The local beasts are making it difficult to scout ahead and establish a base. This is your first mission. Eliminate the beasts at the designated coordinates.
Easy job. If all our missions were like this, we'd be rolling in money.
Impressive work. Makes sense why you got high commendations on your previous contracts. Next up are the lizards and war beasts. Once you're done here, head up the hill and meet a soldier named Kyle. We're about to kick off a full-scale defense against Hellas. Hellas has taken over the outdoor research facility, so we have more work to do. Go on. From now on, you'll be getting missions directly from the Accretion soldiers.
soldier, so let down your guard.
You must be the mercenaries Nika sent. Saw you two in action, you're damn good. I need your help with this. Hellas has taken over the research area. We can't let them get their hands on the research data. Worst case scenario, we'll have to wipe it all rather than let them have it. Soldiers like us aren't told, but the researchers act like it's a matter of life and death. Blowing up the entire base would be a nice shortcut, but that data is the whole reason this place exists. To access the research zone console, we need notes on their encryption algorithms, and the researchers lost them. Hellas got their hands on them when the researchers fled. Defeat the Hellas goons and recover the encryption notes. You've got the encryption notes. With these, we can access the Research Zone console. Before proceeding, I want to check if they've managed to obtain the research data. Capturing their comms gear should tell us what intel they've been sharing. And if we recover the research documents the scientists left behind, we can at least compare the indexes. Seize their communication devices and the research documents they left midway up the hill. Deliver the collected data to a soldier named Khan, who's searching at the top of the hill.
If we get Hellas's communication devices, we'll be able to know what intel they've gathered. Documents should be lying somewhere. Now, we just need to find the soldier Kyle mentioned.
Are you the mercenaries Kyle sent? You're as capable as I heard. When Hellas got so close, I thought we were done for. But you saved us. Ever since it took over the research zone, Hellas has been lying in wait for the right moment to strike. They don't seem to care about the research data. They're just looting for weapons and any other valuable objects. But if they came all the way from Bellato, they clearly have a target in mind. Why exactly are they attacking Kyrax's laboratory? First, drive out the Hellas forces occupying the research zone. After that, locate the control console, upload the research data to the cloud, and wipe it all from the local machines. I'll say it again. Don't forget to back it up to the cloud. Remember, wipe out the enemy, upload the data, and then erase all the local copies.
We should wipe out as much of the Hellas force as possible while we're here. I checked the research data while backing it up. Something seems off. This research facility mainly focuses on biological studies involving beasts. Kyrax's laboratory is supposed to be a mechanization research facility, so what exactly were they trying to research? And for a facility that was supposedly taken over? There aren't many Hela's troops here. There's no way this is Hela's main force. Where's the bulk of them? Let's get back to Nika and get a better grasp of the situation.
You're back. Nice work. Thanks to you, I'll be making a nice cut from the Merc contracts. From here, we're launching an assault on Hellas's main base and shifting into a full-scale purge. They must know the tide has turned. Some of them are already fleeing. Kyrax Lab should be happy with this outcome. Looks like a nice bonus is coming our way. Ah, the job isn't over yet. The researchers who fled are looking for mercs. They seem to be searching for something. I'll send the coordinates. Go meet with the soldiers and researchers. The mercenary list has already been sent over, so they'll recognize you.
Let's head to the coordinates Nika provided and meet the soldier.
You're not Hellas members, are you? Mercenaries? Your ID says Big Bass? A veteran mercenary. Yes, that's right. I'm a reconnaissance soldier for Kyrax. I was scouting the area for one of the researchers, and now all hell's broken loose. For now, it looks like most of the Hellas forces have retreated from this area. Now I need to get back to my original mission collecting tissue samples from the test subjects. The problem is, the area is swarming with beasts. Could you eliminate the ones nearby?
Something's off about these creatures. I bet it has something to do with the research going on here. Defeat the splinters and investigate them. Off with these beasts compared to the ones in other regions. Let's return to the soldier.
Great work. Did you notice anything unusual about the splinters? As I suspected, it seems the Kyrax researchers experimenting with them. I did find the test subject I was looking for, but it was already dead. I'll give you the location of the test subject. Can I ask you to collect a sample as well? Take the sample to the researcher. I'll send you her location.
I'll mark the sample's location. It's not too far. experiments were the Kyrax scientists running here. If we want to reach the researcher, we'll need to get rid of the vapors in the area. That's the Kyrax researcher over there.
Who are you? Ah, you must be a mercenary contracted by the lab. I've heard about your feats. They say both Hellas and the local beasts were no match for you. I envy you. If I had strength like yours, I wouldn't be suffering in this filthy place. This is... Oh, the test subject sample I requested from Magnus. Thank you. Judging by the color of the sample, it hasn't reached a dangerous stage yet. You could call this a seed of evolution. I can't go into much more detail than that. That aside, I'd like to secure a few more samples. Could you take down a few more beasts and investigate the area? If you spot anything unusual, please collect it. There should be signs of the beasts regurgitating what they ate.
These beasts seem a bit different from the splinters we saw earlier.
Thanks for retrieving all the samples for me. This should be enough to return to Kyrax laboratory. Come on now. I've already told you I can't explain in full detail. You're putting me in a difficult position. If you were under an exclusive contract with Kyrax laboratory, maybe, but you're a temporary hire. Oh, are you heading to Kyrax laboratory as well, mercenary? Alright then. Pay me a visit when you stop by Kyrax laboratory. I'll make sure you'll get a front row seat to the upcoming experiments. Haha. Just one thing first. Can you please eliminate any beasts remaining in the vicinity? If by any chance the infec... I mean, if whatever is affecting the test subject spreads, it'd be a disaster.
Are all Kyrax researchers like this? Kind of eccentric, aren't they? I've updated Big Base about the situation here. In the meantime, let's deal with these beasts.
Things aren't looking great on this end. We should probably hurry. How's it looking on your end? Collecting samples, huh? I've run into some researchers myself, and they all seemed a bit unhinged. I still don't know how this ties into the civilian kidnappings, but there's definitely something shady about them. Alright then, I'll share the coordinates. Let's regroup there. Hela's troops are gathering near Kyrax's lab. It's a big group, clearly their main forces. That doesn't mean the Accretion forces will lose, though. That said, Kyrax's lab isn't invulnerable. We need to act fast. You move quick. Kyrax's laboratory is just up this hill. There's something you need to know. Good news, bad news, and strange news. First, the strange news. There seems to be an issue inside the lab. Apparently, the security systems are attacking authorized personnel, possibly a result of Hela's hacking into the system. It's unclear why, but right now, it's actually safer for those without clearance. That means we're the only ones able to enter the lab. Lucky for us, isn't it? Now for the bad news, formal entry into the lab is practically impossible. It's not just Hela's they're keeping out, the guards at the main entrance are restricting entry for everyone. According to them, only people willing to be test subjects can go inside. That must have been sarcasm, right? Lastly, the good news, the lab's guards are completely preoccupied with Hela's. From this distance, we can take my airship and land undetected on the lab's rooftop. Got all that? Sometimes the boldest plan is the right one. What? Something's not right. It's far too quiet. Is no one here? I would have thought that some people would have taken cover on the rooftop with all the security issues. Don't relax just yet. We could be in for some action. No telling what could jump out. Let's proceed silently. Oh hell. What are those monsters? What the hell is going on in this lab? What was that monster? Isn't this lab supposed to be solely focused on researching body mechanization? Samples from the beasts from Scatty Vale? Have these mad scientists created zombies or something? Let's head inside. How many of these things are there? Oh, great. It's not just Hellas we have to deal with. I'll go look for the control room. We need to reset the security system ASAP. You go to the right and check if there are any survivors.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought the monsters had made it this far. Did you come to rescue us? The power suddenly went out, and then the monsters showed up. Even the security systems went down, so escaping the lab wasn't an option. Just where did those monsters even come from? The person in charge? Director Miranda is further in, but we really should escape as quickly as possible. Can't you meet with the director later? Can't you just come with us?
Let's focus on finding Director Miranda first.
Mercenaries? How did you enter this place? The lab is on lockdown. Wait. You're the mercenaries Weiss mentioned. I heard about your help in Scatty Vale, but unauthorized entry is still... Well, all right. I guess it can't be helped. Right now, the security system has been shut down as a result of external hacking. The hacking itself must have been the work of Hellas, but because of the internal security breach, the lab's test subjects have escaped. The circumstances are dire, but the research data cannot be abandoned. The data must be...
What the hell is that monster? That thing looks even more dangerous than the ones we saw in the lobby earlier. Be careful.
That thing. There were no reports of such a test subject. How could that? Oh, you saved my life. Thank you. I don't know either. How did a monster like that get here? That area is sealed off, so it couldn't have come from somewhere else. But as far as I know, that's an unused section of the lab.
Wait, I'm detecting an arcane core signal. Let's check inside. Let me scan this laboratory first. Is that? It's an arcane core. Let's take it. This is one of the cores the Karens stole from Bellato City. If it ended up here, does that mean Kyrax's laboratory is connected to the Karens? Looks like this laboratory was harnessing the arcane core's energy for their research. This residue, it's similar to the altered tissue from those creatures outside the lab. This is already the third time. We found similar traces at Anikade Research Complex. It seems like the contamination at Anikade Research Complex could be linked to this place. Let's ask Miranda about what's going on here. We need to find out if she truly doesn't know, or if she's been turning a blind eye.
Was that the last of them? Are all the monsters gone? I never thought anything like this could happen inside the research facility. Arcane core? What? No, I didn't even know such a project existed. Whatever it is, it was clearly highly classified. I'm the director, and even I didn't have the clearance to know. This couldn't have been the actions of just one or two researchers. It must have been an organized effort. This is a matter of great severity. This could escalate into a diplomatic issue with Bellato. What happened within the lab is truly unfortunate, and I am grateful for your intervention in resolving it. However, you mustn't leave just yet. Please don't worry. You saved our lives after all. It's just that certain procedures must be followed. I will do my best to resolve this as smoothly as possible. Please come with me to Akveron. I'd like you to act as a liaison with Bellato.
It's pure chaos. I came across monsters unlike anything I've ever seen. What about you? Looked like you were speaking with the director. The lab director claims to know nothing about those monsters. Can you believe that? If you think she's telling the truth, well, okay. Over there, I came across something pretty serious. I found civilians in a secret room within the lab. After checking a few of their identities, it turns out they were missing persons from Bellato. There were also some whose identities couldn't be confirmed. They're likely Accretion civilians. Something was done to them, they were completely out of it. Once they came to, they couldn't remember why or how they ended up here. We'd better tell Stan about this. But then again, what can our boss do about it? This is an international issue, right? So, the lab director asked to go with you to Akveron. Taking this directly to Bellato would definitely be a cause for war. I'll come along, but I'm not flying on an Accretion ship. I'll use my own. It's going to be a long trip, so get everything you need ready now.
I suppose we'll need to return the arcane core to Arca, like before? Sitspero is on standby for communication. I contacted him when we got the core.
I heard the news. You've retrieved another arcane core. You really know how to deliver, don't you? Arca is going to be happy about this. There's a gate near you that connects to Arca. Just follow the rover.
You found a new arcane core. The core will be added to the system. The arcane network's functions have been partially unlocked. However, it's still insufficient to control the Holy Stonekeeper. There are more groups out there misusing the arcane cores, just as they did here. When dealing with the arcane cores, you'd best be wary of their powers.
Your signal cut out again. Did you go see Arca? I was tracking your location in real time, but you didn't register anywhere on Novus. Was it Arca interfering with the tracking? Or were you in a completely different dimension? I guess we'll figure it out eventually. Big Base is waiting. Let's hurry.
So we're off to Akverin, aren't we? Miranda's already aboard. I've already informed Stan. The boss man will be monitoring our communications closely. Connect with him immediately if needed. If you're ready, let's depart.
I assume this is your first visit to Akveron? You'll be meeting Commander Macpherson here. He is a high-ranking officer overseeing Akveron's forces. Compared to other high-ranking officials in Akveron, he's fairly reasonable. I've already informed him about what happened at Kyrax. I need to report our arrival to Commander Macpherson, so please wait nearby for a moment.
Akverin is the capital of Akresha. Even during my Supreme Mercenaries days, I never had the chance to come here. Hold on. I see some soldiers coming this way. They look tense. What's going on?
You there. All visitors to Akverin are subject to inspection. We ask for your cooperation during this identity check. Ship, unregistered. Biosuit, unregistered. Citizenship, unregistered. Biometrics, unregistered. Practically a gang of armed thugs. Neutralize them and place them under arrest.
What the hell's going on? If we're arrested as illegal immigrants, we're done for. Should we make a run for it?
Wait, cease fire. That's Director Miranda from Kyrax Laboratory. Director Miranda, please come this way.
Stop! Stop it right now! I look away for one moment. This person is Commander Macpherson's guest. I will personally vouch for her identity. This individual has an appointment with Commander Macpherson, so please step aside. I'm sorry. That was my fault. I thought Commander Macpherson would be waiting for us. I'll handle the guards here. You can meet him now. He's already aware of the situation. Go on inside.
You're the Bellotto mercenary Miranda spoke of. Tell me your name. All right, I'm Macpherson. We're short on time. I'll get straight to the point. I want to establish an agreement with Bellotto. I'd like your help. Your biosuit must have recorded everything that happened in the lab. The victims of the bio-experiments weren't just abducted Bellotto civilians, as you've seen. Akresha never condoned civilian kidnappings or biological experiments. A covert group known as Overmind is responsible. And if we go by the timeline, Akreshan civilians were abducted first. I have been chasing their shadows for a long time. They are a shared enemy between us, perpetrating abductions and unethical bio-experiments on an international scale. It's imperative that we work together. I'll overlook the fact that you entered Akresha illegally. In fact, I'll vouch for your identity. You just need to complete the bio-verification. We'll handle the repatriation of the abducted Bellotto civilians. We'll even provide exploration gear and research data on the infected specimens. There's only one thing I want. An unofficial agreement to prevent this incident from escalating into a national conflict. You entered Akresha on a special mission. You're clearly no ordinary mercenary. It's evident you're connected to someone high-ranking in Bellotto. Set up a line of communication between us.
Is this okay? Stan is already standing by to extract us.
You've reached out from a very distant and dangerous location. Big Base briefed me on the general situation. Is this a request for rescue? Macpherson, are you referring to the commander of the Accretion Imperial Forces? The situation being what it is, I can't help but feel a bit perplexed. Very well, I understand. Please connect us through a bypass line. I'll hear the details directly from Macpherson.
I've set up a bypass line between Macpherson and Stan. In the meantime, let's use the terminal to complete biometric authentication and get Accretion clearance. Akveran truly lives up to its reputation as a city of machines. After bio-verification, you'll eventually receive a temporary citizenship ID. Let's return to Macpherson. It looks like the conversation is finished.
Is your bio-verification all done? I just finished my conversation as well. Fortunately, the talk went well thanks to your help. Stan Morris, huh? Your connections go much higher up than I expected. To be honest, I expected we'd have to climb a few steps up the chain to have a proper discussion. I misjudged you. I'll admit you've earned my respect. From now on, you're officially registered as a mercenary of Akresha. Not only will you be able to travel freely, but you'll also have no issues taking on faction quests. Listen closely. We'll continue to pursue Overmind. But we've only just managed to spot their trail. It's going to take a long time. The Bellotto civilians will be transported under our care. I hear Bellotto is about to investigate an area they're calling the Infected Lands. The infected organisms there may be similar in some ways to the ones from the lab. We'll provide an infection detector we researched and developed. It's a shame that we couldn't have a proper discussion due to the circumstances. Another opportunity will surely come around.
You should say your goodbyes to Miranda before leaving.
Looks like things went well. I'll just be happy to know what we can learn about the infected lands. This is about as far as I can assist you for the moment. Needless to say, research on the infected will continue. If you ever need help, feel free to contact me. You're always welcome at Kyrax Laboratory.
Done with everything? Get to the airship. Good thing I reached out to Stan in advance. That man played ignorant at first, but steered the conversation in his favor. I'd like to catch up with old friends while I'm all the way out here in Akveran, but we can't afford such luxuries, are we? I've heard the entire Dorian Forest is overrun with infected. You'll need to head there too. I can take you as far as Dorian Forest border, but from there, we'll have to part ways. Stan sent a new mission. It's related to cooperation with Akresha. I've got the airship running, so board it when you're ready. This is Bellotto territory, so you should be able to move freely from here. So this is goodbye. Maybe our paths will cross again someday. Take care out there.
Ah, you've arrived. I've been waiting since I got your message. You've come a long way, haven't you? I've been here the whole time. It wasn't too hard. All I had to do was deal with the occasional gang wandering around. Since the midpoint between Bellotto City and the mining zone is considered a key defensive location, they don't have a lot of forces to spare. Anyway, just use the hyperline over there if you want to get to Dorian Forest. It's good to see your face again. Now go on. Javier is probably waiting for you by now.
I see Javier.
It's been a while. How did it go in Acretia? I heard you and Macpherson connected with someone in Acretia. Looks like you've come a long way. You're a real mercenary now. I've led the Supreme Mercenaries in the mining war under the banner of Bellotto. As you can see, we're part of the Infected Land Investigation Team. Vice Captain Mars Pudelj has already left with the Bellatian Advance Party. Since the team falls directly under Bellotto, Aqua will be handing out assignments. Check the console for the region data from the advanced party, and then go see Aquil.
data from the Advanced Party Mars Ascent. Let's go talk to Aquil now.
Good to see you again. Stan did say he was sending an excellent mercenary this way. Did you check the data from the advanced party? It's basically a biological disaster. The whole Dorian forest is plagued by a mysterious infection. There's a mineral depot deeper in, but all contact with it has been lost. The infection seems to be interfering with communications, even at short range. Our objective is to identify the source of the infection and neutralize it if possible. Mars Gudelj and Belatian troops have already deployed squads. Follow-up teams will move out soon, once preparations are complete. However, an investigator we dispatched to collect infection samples hasn't returned. Can you look for him while keeping the wild beasts at bay? His name is Clipper.
Let's take down these beasts before looking for that investigator.